found the Tony Basilio stream at TonyBasilio.com or on your smartphone or tablet. Another thrilling, chilling, and sometimes spilling edition of the Basilio Show is on the way next. Tips are always appreciated here at TonyBasilio.com. You found TonyBasilio.com, home of the Tony Basilio Show. In just a few minutes, we'll be right with you with another award-winning, action-packed edition of your Tony Basilio Show.
WJBE 1040 AM, 99.7 FM. Translator W259AB. Powell, Knoxville.
Tennessee has a quarterback, ladies and gentlemen, and we're fired up, focused, and prepared for you. Bino, Jeff Henderson, how surprised are you last night that Tennessee named their starting quarterback, didn't hesitate? Are you not surprised at all? Where is Bino on this?
I'm not surprised, Tony. It was time to name one, and I had a few doubts who was going to be named. So not surprised at all.
And a little look-see into how we operate. So I put the blog to bed at 7 o'clock last night over at tclub.team. So if you read that, you won't see that they quote-unquote named a starting quarterback. But if you read the blog today, we said that the starting quarterback is Joey Football. We made no bones about it. We've made no bones about it. We've never pretended here like that was a quarterback competition. The only way that Jake Merklinger was going to win that starting quarterback job is if he came into camp and he lit it up for the Godfather back in the day, WWE. He did not do that. In fact, he had a terrible camp. Truth be told, not good at all. Almost to the point where I wonder what would happen if something happened with Joey Football. I mean, obviously they'd put Merklinger out there, but by the level he played in the preseason, geez Louise. So Tennessee's receiving or their offense, Beanstar, is going to remain very much a work in progress.
Yes, got have to have players step up at every position. Basically, a lot of talent, a lot of unproven talent. Hopefully we see some guys step up and grab a hold of roles and keep them the entirety of the season.
So, your thoughts on the quarterback situation and your confidence level in Joey Aguilar. Bino, based on what you've heard out of camp so far and Joey Aguilar's body of work, what is your level of confidence in Joey Football?
I I like his experience, Tony, even at a different level. Really like his arm strength. Have some concerns about protecting the ball, but I think some of that will be taken care of just simply by Heupel's system, kind of minimizing interceptions. You know, it's done it for most everyone. So, and I do hope that he's got enough gunslinger in him to where he's not a ball holder. And I think that that's who he's going to be. So I feel, without seeing him in our uniform, I feel pretty good. I feel better than I did at the time when we decided that that's the direction we were going to go.
That's fair. Yeah. Look, I'm cheering for the storybook ending. I think we all are. I would take average quarterback play from him. If you told me, hey, we got average quarterback play from him, Bino, I would take average quarterback play.
Yeah. Manage the game, minimize mistakes, and take advantage of what opportunities you get down the field.
And so,
was that average quarterback play last year, or no?
Yeah, I think that was average quarterback play last year.
Or was it worse?
It's a good question, Brian.
I think it was average. In my opinion, it was average.
Good question, Brian. A really good question, in fact. What did we see last year from the Vols? Bino, Jeff, I don't know if you saw this last night, but Rob Manfred let it slip out of his mouth, and I want to talk to the living listener about this, because there's three things I want to discuss today. Major League Baseball is talking about reimagining itself. This is the longest expansion drought the league's had since 1961. They haven't added any new teams since 1998. Who were the last two teams in the barn, Brian Hartman? Off top of your head.
Tampa Bay and Arizona.
Very good. And I think Arizona's 1-1, and Tampa's played for a couple. But other than that, it's not too embarrassing for the rest of these teams. Bino, they're talking about adding 2 new teams. Will Nashville be in that number? I think Nashville's got an excellent chance. But even more than that, they're talking about geographical realignment of the sport. The Northeast Division, being star, would be the Mets, Phillies, Red Sox, and Yankees. The Great Lakes Division would be the Blue Jays, Guardians, Pirates, Tigers. The North Division would be the Brewers, Cubs, Twins, White Sox. And the Atlantic Division would be the Braves, Orioles, Nationals, and Reds. The concept is that we do away with the American League, National League model, and we cut down on the travel. Manfred last night said there's way too much travel going on with these teams right now. And it doesn't make any sense to travel this much. The grind in the sport is not the 162, but all the travel. Bino, are you for or against what Major League Baseball is talking about?
Tony, I would likely miss the American League, National League, kind of rivalry, I guess, and just the banner that comes from that. But I'm not everything is so alike now, with everyone playing the same rules and with interleague play. It's all been homogenized now anyway, and I don't think that I would be opposed to more regional type play. I think that would create new rivalries, and I don't have any problem with that, really, other than just the romantic thought of American and National League play. But that's been long gone anyway.
I hated the rule changes a couple years ago when they first did them, and now I love them. They've made the game better. You agree, Bina, they've made baseball better? These 2 hour and 20-minute games now we see, it's such a better game. Now, the one tweak is they ought to add the little replay component where the pitcher can tap his head, and you get one of those, however they're going to, one of those per whatever, and then the batter gets a replay. I think that is a change that needs to happen at the pro level, the college level. But I hated the rule changes when I first saw them, but they've made the game better.
It's a better product for me as a fan, Tony. I like taking the shift out.
Yep.
I never liked the shift. I know that was a sticking point with a lot of folks, and I understand that. The game goes at a better clip, which I enjoy sitting at home watching it. So in my opinion, it's made the game better for me as a viewer.
Yeah, and look, I love Tony Valls as much as the next person, but watching him walk to the mound ad nauseum and make 7 pitching changes in the 8th inning just is not, to me, it's not good sports. And I love Tony Valls. I'm for him, not against him. So that's, I want, and here's where I want to go with this. Since we're reimagining Major League Baseball, let's reimagine the SEC. And why won't the SEC take a cue? These super leagues. Why don't we reimagine the SEC and do the right thing? Add 2 new teams. Take the original 10 SEC teams, split them into their own league. Take the 10 that are left, split them into their own league. Keep some line of demarcation where you don't travel as much, and create some tension there within one league. You create you create tension and conversation. Bad idea or good idea?
Oh, I'm for that, Tony. Since the conferences exploded and we lost all our geographical integrity, I've been for that for a long time. If it's going to get bigger, let's somehow figure out a way to get smaller while getting bigger, and that's the way to do it.
So, to the living listener, what would you say to that? And then, because look, you got to get to give, and we've given up so much. And we had a great call the other day. I hope the gentleman will email me regarding the 8-game schedule and a way to keep some kind of integrity in your scheduling, whereas you maintain history and rivalry and all that stuff. But we're getting away from that a little bit. One more item to consider on this Monday. The Big Ten wants a 24 to 28 team playoff in college football. Brian, you and I follow Division 1 AA football, whatever they call it, a.k.a. formerly known as the championship what did they call that, Bri, the championship subdivision? What would they, when we were doing
Football
things with bowl
championship
games,
subdivision is what they call it now.
The
It used to be
FCS.
just Division 2.
But aren't we the football championship subdivision now in Division 1 because we have a football championship? We have a 12-team playoff.
There's still a lot of bowl games, so I guess you got to keep the FBS label moniker.
Anyway. So they're still calling it FBS? Okay. Bino, you for
One thing
or
they would
against?
do is they were going to get rid of the conference championship game if they do that.
Bino, are you for or against the 24-team playoff and the possibility of that?
I'm against that, Tony. You know, that, of course, as soon as that came up, Matt texted chastising me, really, because I've always been the playoff advocate in the group. Matt, you young curmudgeon, I didn't want us to go to no 24 teams. My thoughts originally were, let's take the 8 best teams and have a playoff, not 24, not 3 times that big. As usual, college football goes from nothing to too much in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, and they're what they're saying is the word is, and it's really a silly thing to even attempt, but the Big Ten's pushing an idea of 24 to 28 teams. Again, the whole idea is to get as many teams from my conference into the deal. Under the 28-team model, the Big Ten and SEC would each get 7 auto bids, while the ACC and Big 12 would receive 5. Brian, how many teams in the Big 12 right now? Because that fluctuates, right? How many teams in the Big 12, Brian?
I think there's 14 in the Big 12.
It's so absurd. There for a while they had like 9 or 10, right, Brian? Or am I imagining that?
They went I think they went from 12 to 10, and maybe they went down to 9, but I think they have 14 now.
Imagine you bring somebody in from outer space, right? And they visit the planet, and they go, wow, you're in Knoxville. This is your thing, huh? College football, yeah. Why do they call that the Big Ten and there's 20 teams in it? I don't know. I can't explain that to you. But isn't this... Aren't these leagues put on by institutions of higher learning? Yes. Why are they misnumbered? I don't know.
They got 16 teams in the Big 12. Sorry.
I believe there's 18 in there.
16. I counted.
I mean, I have no idea how many teams are in the Big 12. I'm sorry. So, 7...
Oh, we're talking about the Big 12, not the Big 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about the Big 10. There's 18 in the Big 10.
How do you explain that to somebody? It's totally idiotic. 7 auto bids from the ACC, Bino. No. 5 auto bids from the ACC. I mean, that sounds like a great product.
You kidding me? Pretty soon the Big 10 can just put Big 10 and in parentheses put ×2.
And then 2 auto bids for non-Power 4 conferences and 2 at-large teams. The 28.
You're just looking forward to that Minnesota-NC State first-round game.
The 28-team format would put 20 playoff games on campus. 20 playoff games on campus. Versus last season, which we had 4 playoff games on campus. Is that right, guys? There were 4 of them. Horrendous idea on so many levels. Now, Brian said, and this is the bait and switch these people do on you. You got to watch these people now. But the bait and switch that these people do on you is that they love messing with your mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to take away these conference championship games. Yeah, and take away the conference championship games and play a 12-team playoff. And at the most, have a 16-team conference team, 16-team playoff. You don't need conference championship games. Nobody wanted conference championship games to begin with. And they didn't make sense before. They really don't make sense now, even though they've been with us for 30-plus years. And so, you tell me, what's the point? Oh, well, they're going to take away so it's the same number. I see. And that's what they're trying to do to you. Well, we already have these conference championship games and they're playoff games. No, they're not playoff games. Conference championship games are a redundancy. Don't be fooled by them. How many teams that played in conference championship games in the major leagues last year, Brian, ended up in the 12-team playoff? You guys count them up.
Well, I think both. I think 7 of the 8 teams in conference championship games made the 12-team playoff. I think the only exception was in the Big 12.
I think that's right, Bino, Jeff.
Because Clemson and SMU, right? They both made it. Georgia, Texas both made it. Oregon State or Oregon Penn State both made it. And you'd have Arizona State, whoever they played. Iowa State, I guess Iowa State didn't make it.
So 7 of the 8 teams, right? 7 of the 8 is the number, or no? 6 of 8?
7 of the 8 did.
Bino, this thing they're doing, this sleight of hand deal, it's amazing how they couch things, isn't it? So it's our fault that they're now playing a unnecessary, and that is what this is, Bino. This is an unnecessary round of football games. So we're going to add to the playoff. And that's the whole reason they're talking about going to 16, too. But if they go to 16, they're going to talk about playing play-in games. So they're doing a sleight of hand on you here. And both leagues are doing this because the SEC is pushing the 11-5 model. The Big Ten wants guaranteed slots. Now the Big Ten's come out and they got a 24-28 team metastasized playoff. But they're telling you we'll give you something back, college sports fan. No more conference championship games. They're redundant anyway. If you want to keep playing them, keep playing them. But I got news for you. Most of the teams, most years in those leagues that make those games are going to make the playoff. So if you want to keep playing those games, keep playing them. What the hell do I care? But it's stupid. Yes or no, Beanstar? Where are you? And does that surprise you? That's 7 to, you go ahead. Go ahead.
It's all ridiculous, too bloated. I hope there's no way in the world that's going to pass. No way. I would rather go back to 8 as to go to 24, whatever that is. I would rather stay at 12 with a properly seeded bracket than to go to 16. So that's where I'm at. They gave me the playoff, and they gave me a lot more than I wanted of it.
They need to stay at 12 and create tension. And as a Tennessee fan, if we stay at 12 and we make a playoff 2 every 5 years, so what? I'm going to say it right now. I don't want to make the playoffs every year if it means going to 24 teams. What kind of an accomplishment is that? Derek freaking Dooley would have made a damn playoff here. Okay?
Now, Tony. Come on.
Okay, Butchie Boy Jones would have made a playoff here.
Butch may have made a playoff.
Yeah. How you like those apples?
Yeah.
Of course,
there you go.
his teams
That's
would
bad
have
enough.
his teams would have imploded on him by the end of the year. So we've got a lot to talk about. Very little time to get there. Let's come back on the other side. 865-200-5402. Bino, Brian, are we going to grab our guest today?
Yeah, that would be Joe Kirt, who is coming off a 9-0 win over Western Kentucky yesterday after knocking off number 1 North Carolina 3 nights before. Getting this academics football athletic academic year started off right.
2 things have happened over the weekend, okay? 2 things have happened. Joe Kirt's Lady Vols with a shot heard around the world, and Bino called me Thursday night, kudos to Bino, and said, you need to turn us on. So thank you, Bino, for that. So I wasn't locked out of a great sports memory.
What I'm here for.
And then the second thing that happened was this young man who's a sophomore to be at the University of Tennessee. The USGA amateur event over the weekend gave it a gallant run in heads-up match play. And I mean to tell you, the out there at the Olympic Club, which was absolutely beautiful, there were Tennessee fans all over that golf course representing. It was amazing to watch that young man do what he did and just get it done. And it was really, really terrific. It was really, really terrific. Those kids, it started with 300 or some odd players, and the Harrington kid from the University of Tennessee was amazing. Absolutely amazing. In fact, he beat a guy named Shields Donegan who was a kid sleeping in his own bed, who had his own gallery, who had his own crowd. And this kid went out there, this Harrington kid who's from Dixon, Tennessee, went out there and bawled the hell out. And if those 2 sporting events are any indication, Joey football, come December, is going to be raising the chalice. And I'm not talking about the Houston Bowl. Mark Schlabach, you clown. So we take a brief time out, and we come back with more on the other side. Just never mind the fact that Mason Howell is a Georgia commitment, and he defeated Jackson Harrington. Just ignore that fact. Okay? Just to get that out of your mind. So we come back with more. So Joe Kirt joins. And then I want to talk to you about all these topics. 2014 playoff. I wouldn't roll anything out from these morons. Okay? These morons are capable of doing anything because they don't care about these sports. They care about one thing, and it's one of the great bass lines in the history of funk from up there at the TSOP, and it goes bump, 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 Who sung lead in that song, Bino?
That was shared with Eddie Levert and Walter Williams.
Was Levert the first voice in that, or was that Walter Williams?
Levert, I believe, is the first voice in Money.
So powerful. So powerful. She Used to Be My Girl. Who sung lead on that? Is that Williams?
It's Walter Williams. Some people got to have it.
Such a great voice, man.
Yeah. Love
That's a
Walter
great
Williams.
song. God, it's a great song in the key of E flat. We continue with more on the other side. right after this.
This is one of the last homestands to see your Knoxville Smokies play this season. This week will be full of celebrations with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday and Titans Night on Thursday. You could win a free Titans autographed jersey and tickets to an upcoming game. Then the weekend is packed with fireworks on Friday. Saturday is UT Night with a Dylan Sampson bobblehead giveaway and fireworks, and our day game of the week on Sunday. Grab your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com. Knoxville Smokies.
The end of summer means big savings and no more excuses to not call Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Don't let plumbing or HVAC problems follow you into fall, and take care of them now while the kids head back to school. Whether it's a leaky pipe, outdated water heater, or AC unit struggling to keep up, the expert team at Pipe Wrench is here to help you transition smoothly into fall with a home that's running efficiently and worry-free. This month only, enjoy 10% off any plumbing or HVAC service, including repairs, replacements, or maintenance. And Peace of Mind Maintenance Plan members will get an additional 10% off for 20% in total savings. From repairs to tune-ups to replacements, we'll help you check home comfort off your end of summer or back to school to-do list. We make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer flexible payment plans including 0% financing with credit approval. So don't let HVAC or plumbing issues slow you down this season, and don't delay as the offer ends August 31st. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free.
Life never stops moving, and between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, a tire designed for doers, a tire that's going to last, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Are you stuck in a dead-end job or ready for a new challenge? Do you feel like it's time to try a new career? Well, it's time to change lanes with TLD Logistics. My friends at TLD Logistics have some really exciting opportunities for you to learn a new skill. With a new 5-acre driving academy that's now under new leadership with all new course material. And the best part, it's absolutely free. What a great deal to set you on the road to higher pay. And TLD Logistics even offers weekly stipends to offset food and gas expenses. In 6 weeks' time, you could complete this course and be in compliance with FMCSA regulations. Then you're ready for the open road of opportunity. What are you waiting for? It's time to change lanes with TLD Logistics. Visit tldlogistics.com. That's tldlogistics.com. TLD Logistics.
A lime is not always just a lime. You see, some limes are lucky. For when a lime joins the salted rim of a crisp, refreshing Tres Dos Equis, that lime is no longer a mere lime, but a wedge of renowned Mexican limón. Muchas gracias, limón. And also, de nada. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Hey there, Basilio family. Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. The countdown to fall football is on. Is your fall plan missing the perfect home to watch the Vols make another playoff run? If a new view is on your game day checklist, I'm ready to help you find it. Don't wait until kickoff. Give me a call today at 865-694-5904 or visit my website at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Josh Collins at Collins Insurance Agency. At Collins Insurance, we strive to ensure our customers receive better coverage along with bigger savings. Our community is important to us. We want to provide exceptional service to our customers. Anybody can provide great rates, great coverage, but can you also get great service? And hey, don't just take my word for it.
What's up, everybody? Zakai Ziegler here. My family turns to Collins Insurance Agency for the best service, coverage, and price.
So don't just go online and get some random insurance. Experience the Collins Insurance difference.
Like he said, experience the Collins Insurance difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. And hey, their Mama's Easy approved. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Thank you to Josh Collins and ZZ.
One more thing, Tony. Go Vols!
Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show, presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to B.
All right, the man of the hour, the man on the spot. Bino calls me the other night. It's unbelievable. We were celebrating. The great Joe Kirt now joining. Lady Vols, you can hear the natural sound in the background on their way to UCLA Wednesday after the shot heard round the women's soccer world on Terra Firma Thursday, the first sporting event on the campus, and the Lady Vols take down number 1 North Carolina in grand style. Joe Kirt, how we doing?
We're doing pretty well for a Monday morning. Good way to start the week after a productive week at the office last week. So we're good. Just getting ready to head to the West Coast here.
I'd say that was a productive week at the office. Seeing some of your comments post-match,
Yep.
You really like your group here, don't you?
Yeah, no, we do. We've got a lot of belief in them, and they've earned that belief on what they've done on the field, on and off the field, and staying true to themselves and our process, and working hard is the expectation, but to do that with intention and the effort they put into it, and the effort they put into one another, it's been a special group to be a part of. We've had a lot of good groups, but this one's performing at a high level, so we're really excited, and we got to keep it going. It's the first week of the season. We got a long way to go, but it's a good way to start.
Well, yeah, these games are really what tunes you up and gets you ready for the league schedule, right? So the whole concept here is to grow your team. Obviously, that's a great way to grow your team. What happened the other night?
Yeah, I think it's why we schedule those games. We want to be prepared. Certainly for league play, we want to know where we're good, where we're going to get exposed, and prepare us for the league, and ultimately prepare us for the NCAA tournament in November and December. So the earlier we can find out about ourselves, the better, so we can make the necessary adjustments moving forward as we go through the year. And the nice thing is we've had our group together for really 8 months and have really been able to set our structure in place. And now it's about kind of fine-tuning that, but it's not starting from scratch. Last year was, half our roster was new, and we had 14 days to get our team ready to go. And that's not the case this year, and you're seeing the benefits of that.
Yeah, and it's, your sport, like all these sports, have become very transient. How hard is it to keep a roster together these days?
I think it's ever, it's always a challenge, I guess, if you will, and there's a lot of factors that play into it. We lost one player from last year's group. We had all of our freshman class continue with us and added a couple pieces in the portal ourselves, but I think that's been helpful. Anytime you have continuity, it makes everything else easier. And like I said earlier, we've got a group that has a lot of belief in one another and in what we're doing, and I think they're excited about it, and has made it really enjoyable. And I think they love coming out to training every day, and they love spending time together, and they're really happy here. So why not win some games and be successful and bring home another championship?
You got a couple. One of those goals the other night was just an unbelievable play. When you're over there on the sidelines and you watch that whole thing transpire, obviously you don't want to make more of it than it is. It's just one game. But, man, that's a massive win, Joe, and a massive win for your program, a credibility win, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's one game, and we play a lot of games, but it is, and we had a really good spring with the exhibition in the spring, but spring doesn't matter. Spring doesn't count. Fall counts. So to obviously do something that's never been done before in program history is exciting, and to tie a goal-scoring record on Sunday with Liv is also exciting. So, no, it's certainly something for us to acknowledge, but and I think for our players to understand, what we're doing is working, and we talked about it all year. It's about us and what we do. It doesn't matter who we're playing. If we execute what we're trying to do and stay true to our structure and our process, we're going to be great. We've got all the talent. We've got depth. We just got to be together in what we're doing. And that the result Thursday, it's one result, but it certainly affirms kind of what we're doing and how we're doing it. So we just got to keep going.
Joe Kirt joining you. UCLA, by the way, started the year preseason number 8, North Carolina number 1. So the Lady Vols have jumped from the frying pan into the fire, so to speak, as they get ready to go to the left coast. Hey, Bri, go ahead, jump in here.
Yeah, speaking about that, you had North Carolina Thursday night, and then you have a game right before you get on a plane to go to California to play that UCLA team. You talk about a classic sandwich spot. So you all were able to handle that pretty well. Did you ever have a talk with your team about coming down from cloud 9 a little bit so you could play well on Sunday?
I think it was just a reminder of staying true to the standards we set for ourselves, right? Obviously what we accomplished, don't want to take away anything from what we accomplished Thursday night, but it's meaningless if we don't do our job on Sunday. And, they did a tremendous job of coming out on a warm Sunday afternoon at Regal and, putting together a really solid performance, not giving up a shot to our opponent, and obviously finishing a bunch of chances. So I was really proud of our group and how they approached that. And, it's just staying true to our character and who we are and our identity. So, no, I think that was really important. You never know what that response is going to be. Is it going to be go through the motions? And it wasn't that. So really proud of our group for the maturity they showed and how they approached that game. And now we got to go do it on the road. So, but they're certainly instilling some confidence in them and trust in them, which we've always had as a staff. But proud of them so far. 2 down, a lot more to go, but they've been really good the first 2.
So Joe, tell me about this UCLA bunch you guys are getting ready to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a different version of Carolina, but very similar in a lot of ways. So it's going to be another really good challenge for us. We're going to have to be disciplined individually in how we play, but also collectively stay together. And I think in either of those teams, if you get stretched out defensively, they can punish you in space. And then it comes down to our ability to execute when we get our chances, too. And I think that, that's going to be, I think the biggest part is who's going to execute better to score goals, who's going to make some plays, both in the back. We had a number of players, our back line stepped up, Caden stepped up against Carolina, blocked a lot of shots, blocked some crosses, and Caden dealt with the things she needed to. So I think you got to have a complete performance. Anytime you're playing a top-point program, you got to have a complete performance at all phases, right? With the ball, without the ball, and then in dead ball mode. So we were really good against Carolina with that. We got to continue to do that in every game, but especially in the top 10 games. Because if you let down there, you're going to get punished, or if you miss opportunities, you may not get another one. So, that's the piece we got to be dialed in with, and they have been.
Hey, Joe, congrats, man, on the start. And by the way, those listening, game is on ESPN Plus as the game continues to grow. The UCLA game, it is a 10 o'clock start. And it's available live streaming also at utsports.com. So for anybody listening around the world that wants to catch your group in action, a great opportunity to do that. Some late night soccer on
soccer.
Wednesday. Yeah, man. Hey,
No,
nothing
love
wrong
it.
with that.
Hope you tune in.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, brother. Great talking to you.
Likewise. You guys take care. Have a great week.
You too, man. Good luck.
Thank you. See ya.
Yeah, and that's Joe Kirt, and you could hear his kids in the background there. It sounds like he's got an energetic group there. But 10 o'clock on Wednesday night in Los Angeles, and something tells me that I'll be watching that with my issues I've had with sleep here recently. Bean Star, that's fun stuff right there, man. You got that kid finishing second at the USGA match play out there, the amateur. That is a huge deal. You got the Lady Vols beating North Carolina. And then the third sporting event that happened over the weekend, guys, that I want to talk about. What is it, Brian Hartman? What do you think? That tells me that we are in a fighting mood in these parts coming into the sports year.
The Johnson City Classic Redneck Brawl, Tone.
Listen, Dick Murdoch back in the day called himself Captain Redneck. How can you have a redneck brawl without Andy in it? I mean, what are we talking about here, Bino? Andy, not only was he uninvited to that event, but he crashed the party and stole the show. Not only was the man uninvited, he was spat upon by the promoters of that event, but he got himself right down there front and center and shot his shot, Bino. The man shot his shot. Of course, he was escorted out of the building by the authorities.
You can only pretend to keep Andy off the card.
That's exactly right. Because when you see the clip, and I would encourage anybody to check it out, Andy would not be denied. That's the Andy I know. That's the Andy last year that did the tornado to the old AC/DC tune, Thunder. And Andy, we've got to get you back down to Calhoun's this year. We have got to get you back, man. Nothing less will be accepted than Rapper Andy on the scene, doing it one more time. We go back to the well one mo time. L to the F to the G to the GTE. So fired up, focused and prepared. What an incredible season. This has got to be an incredible year. Got to be an incredible year. Brian, the Stott gal yesterday, she can't be related to Bryson Stott. She can actually put some offense on the board. Olivia Stott, Bry, 5 goals in 1 game yesterday. Your thoughts?
I'd say she probably had a pretty good afternoon at the office.
Lady Vols got some firepower.
Hopefully she saved some goals for later, though.
Bino, there were people online talking about how the guy that Andy was calling out was thicker than a brick. They don't look at Andy. Andy's what you call wiry, Bino. Andy's what you call wiry.
Oh, yeah. Just hidden pop.
Yep. I mean, it's ironic that Andy brought up a TNT song last year and did kind of a parody of it for the Vols, and it was prophetic for the Vols with Oklahoma, because If I could borrow from another AC/DC song, Andy's TNT, brah. He's dynamite. Oi! 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 Sing along with me. Oi! 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 Let's go to the phones. The man's TNT. He's dynamite. The guy's TNT. Hello and welcome into our first caller.
Oh my gosh. Nothing like good Andy talk. Gonna try to get up to UCLA on Wednesday night and support the Lady Vols.
Nice, man.
Outstanding.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, try to get as many of the volunteer fans out here as we have together and try to get up there. We have a pretty good group that get together for some of the bigger football games. So yeah, try to get as many as possible. A lot live in Santa Monica, Westwood area, so it won't be bad for them to get there at all.
Do you guys get together for games, Rusty, and watch games?
Yeah. Let's see. We've been here 4 years. We've probably been in person for like 3 or 4 watch parties a year.
Nice. That's great, man. That's good for the soul.
Yeah, there's a big place where it's like a 3-story sports bar type place, and we get the whole 3rd floor to ourselves whenever we do them. Let's see, I'm trying to remember games. The Ole Miss game where the fumble that was called back by Ole Miss that we ran back for a touchdown, and they said the whistle got blown or something. That game we had a watch party for it. The Florida game where Hooker's first start of the season in 21, we did that. We did a watch party. The opening game against Virginia, I can't remember. It's enough. It's a good group, and then we've done a bunch of basketball watch parties too. It's a good group of guys and gals.
That's cool. If you could get some people to support those kids those kids are off to a great start, man. That's a really great way to start the season, and then also the kid in golf. That's a good start to the year for the Vols.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful, and we're gonna pick up right where we left off with the other sports, heading into everything. It's going to be a good year. So the 12-team playoff is probably the right number. I just don't. The teams that get a bye should get a home game too. That's the only thing. That first round where you get the 1 through 4 hosting the winners of the first round, those games should be home games too, on campus. That's the only real tweaking that needs to be done. But they're going to go more. So if they're going to go more, please leave it at 16. Don't go past 16, for crying out loud. Last year, 16 would have had the other 3 SEC teams that were 9-3, and I guess Illinois would have got in as a 5th Big Ten, maybe. Or maybe it would have been Iowa State, the runner-up in the Big 12. I don't know, but it would have been hard figuring out the 16th team last year, I think.
Yeah, but that's okay. Those are first-world probs, you know. The rest of it, the format last year, it's just so college football for them to have a 12-team format and have something that convoluted. You have to hand it to them.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I mean, the reward of winning your championship game and getting a bye is great and all, but then you don't get the same reward that Ohio State got and that Penn State got and that Texas got by making that money for hosting that game and having your fans on campus and getting all that celebratory fun. You're robbing the teams that you're rewarding of that. It's so ignorant. And then at least they did correct the whole only conference champions can be the bye teams, and we're gonna give who was the fourth team that got to be anyway. Boise got a bye. That's right. Boise got a bye because they were the 4th highest rated conference champion. Oh my God, it was so messed up.
What a joke, man!
It was so bad.
Rusty, I like everything you've said about the playoff. I wish they would leave it at 12. I do wish the second round games would be on campus games. And if they do expand it, I can take 16. I can't take anything beyond that.
My gosh, 24, really? I mean, 20. Let's think about it. Let's think about the Tennessee teams that would have been in the playoff in the last 20 years if it was 24. The 8-4 Butch Jones team.
Oh yeah, he would have gotten it a couple times.
The one that got Butch Jones carried off the field in Nashville after that great win over Nebraska.
Good gosh.
The 06 team, the 07 team.
07.
Yeah, those two would have.
04, 03.
Yeah. Would Kiffin's 09
team
be
had a
7-5?
7-5. I mean, I guess it all depends on. I'll tell you what. If they would have had that, just one of those two games that he kept close that year, like that, the game where Mount Cody blocked that kick at the end. If that kick goes through at 8-4, you're in. Or the UCLA game,
and the UCLA
you're in.
Game, they could have been 9-3.
Yeah, they could have been in. They could have been in at 8-4. 24 teams, Rusty. Yeah, 24 teams. That's what you're doing. 8-4 teams are getting in.
8-4, you're in. Anyway, this is gonna be hilarious. The Big Ten. It's so bad. Just keep it the way it is, and do away with the first bye game, or the first teams that get by. Let them have a home game. Simplify it. Lastly, I tweeted out a few minutes ago that I'm just going to ask you guys this question, and then I'll leave it at that. I tweeted it. I said Merklinger outplayed Nico in spring. Merklinger went from outplaying Nico in the spring to being outplayed by both George and Joey in fall camp. Which of those four quarterbacks does that speak the worst of?
Boy, I don't know. I wouldn't have to answer that. And I don't understand that, by the way. I don't understand how Merklinger had the camp that he had. It's bizarre,
I think
man.
It speaks the worst. My point was, I think it speaks the worst of the guy that got outplayed in the spring.
Yeah, but that guy knew he was. That guy was kind of unplugged. You almost get the sense that they knew they were leaving. Yeah, you almost get the sense that. Yeah.
I'm just taking a pot shot. Is all that
Why
is.
not? Why not? Hey, take care, my man.
I can be a little juvenile occasionally.
Sure. Good talking to you. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Jackson Harrington was incredible over the weekend. That Olympic Club deal, those of you that slept on that event, that was really great sporting event. That match play, that is, it's a neat format for golf. And kids from Dixon, Tennessee. And, man, that was, he got beat, Bino, by a kid who's going to be a senior in high school this year. This kid who's going to be a senior beat the best players in the world that were in this thing playing American college golf. Because the best of the best play American college golf. And just incredible, really. Back to the phones we go. And we'll get our next call in. Hello, welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony, Bino, it's Taylor. How you guys doing?
Hey, T. Welcome in, T.
Hey, Taylor.
What's the biggest advantage? So that Michigan sign-stealing scandal,
yep.
Is it a bigger advantage for the defense or for the offense to know the signs? Which is that geared to, giving the bigger advantage to?
Well, they were defensively oriented. It's always going to be defense. Always going to be defense. It would be my answer to that. Although you say that, and I think about it, in the South Carolina game and when South Carolina played Clemson, they had the answers, and they ripped both those teams apart out of nowhere. That was an offense that was going nowhere, but they had the answers to both tests at the end of those seasons. So that's an interesting point you bring up. Maybe it is offense. Maybe it is offense.
Well, Did anybody see South Carolina putting up 68 points against
No.
Tennessee?
No.
And Bino, I typically agree with you, but I think I heard you say that you thought that had zero impact on the South Carolina-Tennessee game. As I recall, the Michigan coaching staff had a tie to the South Carolina defensive coordinator. It was absolutely a known fact that the sign stealer provided tickets in an area specifically perfect for video recording Tennessee signs. I just don't think a reasonable person, no offense, could say that South Carolina did not have the signs and did not benefit accordingly. What are your thoughts on that, Bino?
Taylor, I don't think that I said it had zero impact. I said I didn't think it changed the outcome of the game. I think Tennessee was going to get beat that night because we just didn't play well.
But don't you think one of the reasons potentially Tennessee didn't play well is South Carolina had the cheat code and knew all the signs both offensively and defensively? And again, they put up 68 points. Come on, Bino.
I'm just not going to go back and change history because someone had some signs.
You're not changing.
I can't. I don't know if that's right or that's wrong, but I'm not making up any excuses for that performance.
Bino, you're not changing history. The guy's telling the truth. You can sell for it a little bit, Bino. Come on now.
I don't doubt that it had something to do with how badly we were beaten. I don't think it had anything to do with whether we were going to win or lose that night.
Those sanctimonious, smug cheaters, there's no telling who all they eliminated that year. We know they eliminated us, but it was all about, you talk about some 3D chess that Michigan played. They knew they couldn't beat us on the football field that year, Taylor. That's where I'm parking right now, Taylor.
Well, I just think it's interesting, right? NCAA does not even allow in-person scouting for your opponent, much less video recording all the signs and then giving it to a whiz kid code breaker. I just think it's an abomination, and I also wonder, and this may be revisiting history, but if Hooker would have stayed healthy, if those sign stealing had any impact. But that's another topic. But in my mind, not knowing there was any tomfoolery, I think we were all scratching our heads how Tennessee got beat 68 to 38 by South Carolina. They did not have the firepower to put up that amount of points, in my humble opinion. But moving along, Tony, I happened to read that VolQuest interview by the great Brent Hubbs, by Danny Dollars. It was very enlightening that they're going to bring in over $250 million in their fiscal year. That's hard to even wrap my brain around.
Billion. And I mean, when does it end? And if they really shared the money with the football players, Taylor, what would that cut look like when you're making $250 million, mostly on football, by the way? How wild is that, Taylor?
Well, I think you put some words, no disrespect, no offense, in my mouth the other day. What I was referring to regarding the Adidas deal is, do I believe that it is arguably the biggest marketing rights deal in college football? Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. If it's not number one, I think it's top three.
Yeah, it's like with Texas, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's that?
I think that's second to Texas. Texas just has to be better than everybody and bigger than everybody. I think Texas is number one, but go ahead. It's all the same.
Always bigger. It's always bigger in UTX, Tony. Everybody knows that.
There you go.
Their egos and their old money. But my point being is, it is a huge deal. It's likely 3 or 4x the deal that they got 10 years ago from Nike. And the fact that they're trying to keep the financial terms and details so close to the vest tells me that Adidas doesn't want it out there for obvious reasons. But goodness, but I guess where I'm going, Tony, is I'm not saying that Danny Dollars is going to put a certain percentage to the players. I think he's going to keep his arms around that money as tightly as possible. But here's the reality, Tony. Danny's no dummy. Danny is very, very savvy, and he certainly realizes you got to walk that fine line, and he addressed that in his interview with Hubsters. But at the end of the day, you got to walk that fine line to be an everything school, to be a top-notch athletic program, to be competitive in the Big Three, and you could argue now the Big Five, adding women's basketball and softball. You've got to share the wealth. You've got to use that NIL money to recruit and retain talent if you have any chances of winning a championship or making the playoffs, right? I mean, it comes with this new territory. You've got to share the wealth. He's obviously going to try to walk that line and just keep as much revenue as possible. But the reality is that $200 million from Adidas over 10 years or whatever it is certainly is going to help fill those coffers to ultimately make sure our players are retained and we recruit the top elite talent.
Yeah, you and I just kind of see it differently. The last thing that he wants to do is share that money with those kids. They're going to do everything in their power to not share that money with those kids. But that's not just him. That's their entire industry. That's just not Danny White. That's not a Danny White thing. It's not a slap at him.
No, I get that, Tony, but my whole point is it doesn't matter what you want to do. Of course he wants to keep as much of that money as possible and fill the coffers. The reality is this NIL portal transfer, the pendulum switch to the power of the players, you're going to be forced to share that revenue, not above and beyond just revenue sharing with NIL, just to retain your top talent and recruit top talent. I just don't, and if you don't, you're not going to be second in the East. You're going to be bottom tier of the SEC. I mean, I just think that's just the new world order of college sports.
The issue is people think that shoe contract's going to help you recruit, and I think it's all relative. You still better have great recruiters on a staff because we're talking about big money for all the top guys, and the great recruiters and the really sharp people like the Tony Vitellos of the world in his sport will continue to get great players because he's very good at it. So you still have to be able to recruit at the end of the day.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you on that, Tony. You've got to have top recruiters. Relationships are still going to be a big part of that formula. It's not all money, but the reality is if all things being equal financially or close to equal, certainly that those relationships and those stud recruiters are going to make a difference. On the way out, Tony, we talk about Vitello. Here's what I'm going to propose. We know Vitello hates the 7-inning run rule, mercy rule. So here's what I would submit. If I was over operations and scheduling, I'd reach out to all those non-conference. First of all, I would get a home-and-home with like a Georgia Tech or a Virginia Tech. I'd certainly improve that baseball out-of-conference schedule. But what I would do is I would make sure that for us to agree to play these teams, they'd have to certainly agree not to do a 7-inning, to do a full 9. But if I'm that opposing coach, I'm saying, fine, Coach Vitello and UT, I'm happy to do that, but you've got to agree to limit your pitching, that you're not bringing in a new pitcher every freaking inning and turning this into a 5-hour game. Tony,
I totally agree. Thank you. They got to figure something out for those midweek games, man. That whole mockery deal and I love Tony, but there's got to be a better way to develop your pitchers than everybody gets to pitch to a batter and we use 24 pitchers and poor Matt Dixon and poor Ben McKee are sitting over there, for 4.5 hours. There's got to be a better way. Got to be a better way than that. As we come back on the other side, 865-200-5402. I'm bitching about I'm bitching about winning baseball. What's the matter? What's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Something wrong with me, boy. So we take a brief time out and come back with more. We're on your other side. It is the Monday edition. We're way late. Taylor was wordy after this.
WJBE 1040 AM 99.7 FM. Translator W259AB. Powell, Knoxville.
Hey, Tony B listeners. I'm Billy from Grade A Grounds, a UT grad bringing Knoxville a better way to raise money. We roast premium coffee fully branded for your team or cause. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% to local needs. Let's win on and off the field. Visit gradeagrounds.com to start your winning fundraiser today.
Living Vol fan, we're on the countdown to kickoff, and that means you need to make sure you are game ready. Head to Alumni Hall to get this season's Tennessee sideline apparel. Nike, Columbia, Peter Millar, and more. Shop top brands for the entire family. Hats, Yeti, tailgating gear, and so much more. If it's for the Tennessee fan, Alumni Hall has it. Spend $150 and get $10 in Hall cash rewards. Shop at alumnihall.com. Download their app or shop any of their locations in Knoxville, Murfreesboro, or the Tri-Cities. Alumni Hall, the ultimate shopping destination for Vol fans.
It's the hottest post-game show on the planet. Garza Law, fifth quarter fan reaction. Fan reaction. As soon as the final gun sounds, we're live.
Tony Basilio, and we are live once again with Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, you're out there on the field, 100 strong here in Knoxville. Talk to me. What's been going on with FC Alliance now that the weather's heating up?
We're out here for the first night of the boys' tryouts. We have over 400 kids that'll be here tonight. So a lot of exciting times right now for us. Our club teams start at U9 and we go all the way through U19. We have over 1,000 kids that come from Chattanooga from the Tri-Cities that make all our teams and make this club what it is today. So we're excited about it. We finished the younger kids a couple of weeks ago. We just finished the girls last night, and now we're on to our older boys program as we speak right now.
And we're blowing and going in the Tri-Cities. Tell me about it.
We started FC Alliance North 1 year ago, and coming off the first year, we're the largest, most competitive club up in the Tri-Cities area. We just finished our tryouts last night. Looks like right now we will be well over 400 kids for the upcoming season. So great things happening up there. We've put our boys into some really good regional leagues. So we're excited about what the future holds for them and also our girls programs.
If you want more information, check them out at fcallianceknox.org. That's fcallianceknox.org. Chad Stockton, keep growing the beautiful game here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy. That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care. I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it can help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online, performancemedicine.net.
TB here for Cedar Bluff Plumbing, a live and local company that's been serving our area for over 32 years and counting because every customer counts, and I mean No job is too small. Cedar Bluff Plumbing just voted #1 by City View magazine because multiple plumbing experts are on call to serve all your plumbing needs. Chances are there'll be a plumber in your area when you call, and they won't send some salesman to your house. You're going to get a high-character, trustworthy, highly trained plumber who will serve you. Not like some of these guys that look like they came off the set of America's Most Wanted. Cedar Bluff Plumbing is Basilio tested and approved and will go the extra mile for you because Chucky Mack is a servant of the people and my consigliere to the throne, celebrating over 32 years of serving living volunteers. Cedar Bluff Plumbing. Call 588-4448. That's 588-4448. Cedar Bluff Plumbing.
Attention Vol fans, are you tired of complicated, clunky fleet technology that makes your job harder? Say goodbye to frustration and hello to Connexial, your hometown partner in logistics. It's time to rev up your operations with next level fleet management from Connexial. Connexial is here to keep your business on track with technology that works as hard as you do. Our game-changing ELD gives you more than just hours of service. With AI-powered dash cameras and real-time asset tracking, you'll have eyes on the road, cargo, and your fleet from anywhere, anytime. And the best part, our friendly US-based customer support team is just one phone call away. No more long wait times or frustrating tech talk. Just real people with real solutions. With Connexial, you get a professional team you can trust and easy-to-use products that keep you on the road. What do you say, Tony?
I'm ready. Make the smart move and call Connexial today.
865-888-6920. Learn more at Connexial.com. That's Konexial.com. Drive life with Connexial and go Vols.
Basilio here, and you know my friends at Carnes Motor Company started with a dream over a quarter century ago. I met Rob and Brian back when I still had hair, and they were working at a huge dealership in West Knoxville. But they told me back then they wanted to sell cars on their terms, and I wanted to do radio on my terms. Their terms, just like my terms, are ultimately your terms. In both cases, you're the winner. A Car Guru's National Award winner with a 5-star rating on all sites, just like our Vols. Everything about buying a car from Carnes Motor Company is no hassle. They specialize in high-quality pre-owned vehicles between the $5,000 to $25,000 range. And if you need to sell a car, they'll either buy your car or they'll help you sell it. Carnes Motor Company also has a top-notch service department. Therefore, every vehicle is rigorously inspected and serviced prior to delivery. So you're guaranteed to get a quality pre-owned vehicle every time. If you need a place for service, they've got you covered. Come be a part of the Carnes Motor Company family and tell them you heard about it from me. Online at carnesmotor.com, Oak Ridge Highway, 1 mile past the Carnes light. Carnes Motor Company.
Yeehaw! Some people say betting online is still the wild, wild west. But with the VIP Play app, you're riding with the best. VIP Play app is hotter than a $2 pistol packed with flair. Live hosts and features finer than a frog hair. Send your old betting problems out of town with a slap. You'll be betting sharp as a tack on the VIP Play app.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-88-99789. Must be 21 plus and located in Tennessee to bet.
It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show, presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to B.
A million topics up for grabs today, including the fact that Tennessee's named a starter, but their offense is very much a work in progress. And the question becomes, as Throat wrote today, and if you're a discerning Vol fan, you got to ask yourself this: what would happen if something happened and Joey Football got his bell rung? I'm telling you, the Merklinger guy would get the nod, but if he's playing to the level he played to in the summer, it's not going to last long. Steve Angeli, starting quarterback at Syracuse. Like Aguilar, he just got there. Angeli transferred on April 23rd. That was 117 days ago. Aguilar got to our campus on May the 12th, 98 days ago. These two guys have been at their schools for a combined 215 days, of which they both have had abbreviated camps full of injuries and wide receivers missing and everything else. And you've got to play the under in that game, right? If you're betting on that game, VIP play. What do you think, Bino? Don't you have to play the under in that game?
Well, I think just our defense would suggest that you probably. I don't know what the number is, but our defense would. Yeah. Both offenses lost a lot, trying to find their way, and Tennessee's got an outstanding defense. So, I would say you play the under there.
Brian, what is the points? At one time, wasn't the total like in the mid-50s in that game? I just don't see how these teams are going to get. I don't see how these teams are getting to the mid-50s.
I've seen 50 to 55.
How? Bino, how are they scoring 55 points, those two teams combined? Think about that.
I guess the way they'll do it is if a whole bunch of people bet the under, then they'll figure out a way.
No question. Also, we've been talking about the reimagining of Major League Baseball. If you have a thought on that, Rob Manfred let it slip out, or maybe he didn't let it slip out last night. He wanted to get the conversation going because they're heading for some more labor strife. I think they want to show the players that they're interested in doing something. Listen, Major League Baseball needs to start pulling its resources like the NFL does, and they need to stop this. The big market teams like my Phillies buy all the players. Make it a much more interesting sport if everybody had a chance to compete and they shared the revenues. It would make it a better sport. I mean, while we're here. Since we're reimagining Major League Baseball, one of the things we talked about in hour one, I'd reimagine the SEC. Take the SEC back to geographical integrity. I'd add 2 more teams and form me 2 10-team leagues. And I would have very little crossover in the 2 10-team leagues. Just to create a little tension and to make it interesting. The Big Ten is talking about 24 to 28 teams in a playoff. That makes 0 sense to me. I reject that outright. And I want to thank Joe Kirt for joining Lady Vol Soccer Flying High. 2-0 off to an excellent start. Face UCLA Wednesday, 10 o'clock on the left coast. Feels like we got a pretty good thing going there. Feels like we got a pretty good sports season coming up. Jackson Harrington and the Lady Vols over the weekend. Not to mention the fact that you better bow thy head when you say thy name, because Rapper Andy put on a show in the Redneck Brawl over the weekend. Back to the phones we go. All lines are jammed. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
How my friends compatriots doing today?
Hey, W. Lynn, welcome in.
I tell you, that scaredy cat Big Ten, that's what they are. They're moving toward my 1981 32-team playoff where they get done with it, where they get 10 automatic beds. It's ridiculous.
Makes no sense, does it?
I mean, they're scared to want 7 automatic beds. I mean, you know, that's they know the SEC 4 out of 6 years at least will get more bids, whatever number they want to put on it. So that is just the silliest thing I've ever heard, that automatic beds. ACC, by the way, has 17 teams plus what I call one half-A member. That's Notre Dame. They play a half-A ACC schedule, if you know what I mean.
17 teams in the ACC. I just can't imagine a world where what they want 4 of those teams in that thing.
That's a lot of mediocrity.
5. They want 5. They want 5 in their deal.
5.
And they're giving the
ACC teams. That's an embarrassment to mankind, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that 32 team thing I had in 81 was pretty bad. I mean, we were 7-4 and made it. So it's just crazy what the Big Ten is. They're scaredy cats. That's all I can say. They're scared that anything that just gives each champion one bid and make everything else that large, they're going to get left behind. But so be it.
I wonder why that is their fallback position. I wonder why they're so. I guess they just know that in the wash, the SEC is just going to get more teams. Is that what that is? It's got to be what it is, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, they know. Well, most of the time, just like last year, if we'd have had 16 teams, we'd have got 6, and they'd have still just had 4. And they know that most years. That's why I don't commend them for playing a 9-game conference schedule. They have about 3 or 4 hoopties on their schedule every year that's worse than us playing Syracuse. So that's they're getting hoopties in their built-in conference schedule. I'm worried about
W. Lynn, I've always wanted us to increase the schedule in the SEC and play more games. But the one argument I get from the other side that I will agree with entirely is an 8-game schedule in the SEC in most instances is stronger than a 9-game schedule in any other league.
That's true. Yeah. And part of the reason they have 9 conference games, these other leagues, is they got to sell tickets. We got 10 or 11 teams that are going to sell over 80,000 to 100,000 tickets, no matter who we're playing. And those other conferences don't have that. I guarantee you, if Indiana plays New Mexico State like we are, the stadium will be half full, which will be 35,000 or something, or 30. So that's another reason they got to play more conference games. But
pretty substandard. I know that.
Moving on to Major League Baseball, if they go to 32 teams, I've always wanted them just to go to 4 8-team divisions. I don't want to have 4-team divisions. What do you guys think about 4 8-team divisions?
I wouldn't mind that either. And again, you're talking about reimagining the leagues themselves, because what you're talking about right now, you could easily do that if you took just eyeballing this thing, right? You could easily take the Mets, Phillies, Red Sox, Yankees, Braves, Orioles, Nationals, and Reds and stick them in a division. That would play all day long. That would make sense all day long. And then you could take the Blue Jays. Let's see here. Then you could take the Cardinals, Rockies, Royals, Nashville, Astros, Marlins, Rangers, and Rays, and put them in a division. That would play all day long.
Or you got the Cubs, Reds, and the White Sox kind of in that central part of the country too. You
could take the Brewers, Cubs, Twins, White Sox, Blue Jays, Guardians. You could put Pittsburgh in there since it's Western Pennsylvania, and the Tigers. Those are 4 8-team league. I like that idea. Bino, I would go with the 4 8 teams. Take the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic and combine them.
I wouldn't have any problem with that either, Tony.
But
I think what's eventually going to happen when we go to 32 teams,
right?
It's why I would love to go to a 142 game schedule. They're going to have 16 teams in the playoffs eventually, 8 in each league or however they do it. If they shorten the schedule and made all that best of 7. The TV ratings for that would offset each team not playing 10 home games.
I wonder in professional sports if we condensed schedules, how much better it would make all these sports.
A lot, yeah. You're going to put a bunch of teams in the playoffs, so why not have a shorter schedule? I know in hockey and NBA, I don't really start watching any of that till the playoffs.
Lynn, my favorite years in hockey and WNBA were the years where they had player strikes. And they had like 40 or 50 game schedules. They went out there tooth and nail and fought like crazy in those short and abbreviated seasons. Kind of like the SEC baseball season. You only get 30 of them. And they're so hyper-focused. And they go so hard. They all feel like postseason games.
Yeah, every SEC series, you're feeling like if I lose this, I might not get a regional and I might not get a super.
Yep.
So you're really playing for home field advantage all the way to the College World Series in baseball and softball both. I like that.
Lynn, you're the man. I'm always going to appreciate the fact that baseball in this era looked at itself and said, we need to fix ourselves. And they've tried to fix themselves.
And thanks for having a soccer segment. I really want to pull for these Lady Vols in soccer. I appreciate you having that, and I'm fired up about them. Heading to UCLA, believe it or not, Bino, we're playing the Big Ten. You got to fly all the way to the West Coast to play a Big Ten team. What would the aliens say about that?
Thank you, my brother.
It boggles my mind.
Thank you. It's the most idiotic thing in the world. I didn't even consider that. When I think of UCLA, I think of Pac, whatever it is.
Pac 8, 10, 12.
Yeah, I think the game's going to be on Big Ten Network Plus is what I saw.
Oh, I'm looking at ESPN Plus is what it said on AI, Bri. You don't believe AI? When I was talking to Kirt.
Well, it's probably a stream of it. It's probably in the same umbrella.
It's also on Lady Vol Network, or the Vol Sports, it said. But maybe that's not accurate either. Big Ten Plus, huh? Big Ten is not doing business with ESPN, is it, Bri? Isn't that a Fox property?
That could be.
The Phillies yesterday, Bino, played in the Roku game. The Roku game of the weekend. You got to really know how to operate your smartphone to do this, or or your smart TV, rather, I should say, to navigate our current climate. How many different networks?
Is that like 11 o'clock or 11:30 start game?
That was it.
Yeah,
that was it. How many games have different things have the Yankees been on, Bean Star, this year?
They've been on that Roku. They've been on Apple. Those two I know.
Those Apple games look incredible. The definition. Have you noticed that, how good they look?
I've never seen one, Tony, so no, I haven't.
Oh, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Back to the phones we go at 865-200-5402. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
How's the back doing, Tony?
Fighting it, brother. Fighting the good fight.
Well, I feel for you. I've got great empathy for you given what I'm going through.
God bless you, man. I got great empathy for you.
Well, I'll give you the workers' compensation, that's my deal. They denied my claim for surgery.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's going to be a fight. But anyway, we'll talk about something more pleasant. What, Bino?
I didn't say anything, Joe.
Okay, I thought you said something. My apologies. Are we watching the implosion of college and major league sports in this country?
I don't think so. I just think we're watching these sports reinvent themselves on the fly in order to exist. I keep waiting for the thing to buckle. I keep waiting for the sports public to push back.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, reach out to me off the air. You need Marcos's help, man. Reach out to me off the air. I'm gonna get him to help you.
Okay, I appreciate it, Tony.
No, I'll make a call to him. I'm gonna get him to help you. But the fact of the matter is that these sports are like college sports right now. College sports are over. Like, we don't think about that. They're still mega popular, but they're completely different than they were, and who knows what the next iteration is going to look like. But I'll tell you one thing, it's becoming more and more expensive to stay involved with them from a sports fan perspective.
The fans are and I don't know, I don't know what's going on with you guys, but I know that there's a lot of grumbling going on with the situation you've got. All right, you got to buy tickets, you got to be a booster to get certain privileges.
Yeah,
they're dunning people for NIL money all the time.
Yeah,
you start. There's only so much money. There's only so much money that goes around in the world, as you well know, being a businessman. And at some point, people are going to say, "Hey, wait a minute. Why are we continuing to do this?" And there's really no benefit to it long term as far as the fan is concerned, because they keep dunning you for more and more and more and more. There's going to be a breaking point someplace.
It is 100%, Bino, at this point in time, a one-way street. The relationship between the fan and the sports entity at the major college level. I've never seen anything like this. Tennessee's budget is $250 million. That's what they raised. And they're still extracting every dollar they can out of people. It's remarkable, Bino. I mean, when does it end?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm like you and Joe. I don't know where the breaking point is. And the more it gets like professional sports, then the more it becomes corporate driven as far as fandom. It's like like the seats down low in Yankee Stadium that cost like $1,500 a game or something like that. No normal fan in the world could afford those, and they don't care if there's anybody sitting in them as long as somebody's paying for them.
Look, it's all corporate. Like Tony talked about it at Vanderbilt baseball games, the seats being empty. The seats are bought by people in the Northeast or corporates, and and I'm sure the same thing's going to go on at Tennessee now.
Yes.
Once they get the stadium built, the skyboxes or whatever you're going to call them, they're going to be bought by the corporates, and they're going to be passed out just like they are at football games, and it's going to be the haves and the have-nots, and you're going to have the common fan is going to be sitting at home watching it on television, or if they can even get it on television with what it's going to cost to watch them. I mean, it's just I really think they've all become beholden to the almighty dollar. And the other thing about it is this. I'm really and truly wondering what it's doing to what it's going to do to the players. I'm talking about the college players that think they've been given this money. They don't know how to manage it. They don't know what's what, who shot John, or nothing. And they're sitting there, and they get out of college, and they've got an overinflated opinion of maybe what their value is, and they get put out into the real world to have to fend for themselves, because as we all know, we're only looking at maybe, 0.5% of them even making it to the show, no matter what sport they're playing.
Yeah, they have no idea. And listen, I appreciate you, Joe. Thanks. We have no idea. Right. We have no idea the ramifications of any of this stuff. That's my point. The other thing that is different between college and professional sports is professional sports, You know what you're getting into there. College sports, they keep moving the cheese. They keep reinventing the wheel. They will not collect a bargain with these people for some reason. I give Danny White a lot of credit for telling the truth on this stuff. A lot of these ADs do not, and presidents do not want to deal with what this is. They just don't. It's really a frustrating. I love these sports. I'm very excited for college football season. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not, because I would be lying to you, and I'd be a hypocrite. But I can't help but sit here and wonder what this is going to look like even 5 years from now, and how sustainable this is. But here's one thing I know, and Bino Jeff said it many, many years ago. These people that mistreat these fans, and our athletic department mistreats fans. They don't appreciate them. They spit in their face constantly moving the cheese on them, constantly creating new hoops for you to jump through to stay involved with them. They know that you've been doing this for generations and that you need it like crack. Bino called them crack dealers many years ago. He's right. They know. You're still chasing your first high. It is what it is. It's immoral and it's wrong. Okay? This era is. It's immoral and it's wrong. And for them to set up a system that incentivizes kids to jump from team to team to team is not what sport is supposed to be about. For them to set a system up where Tennessee chooses and picks, and I shouldn't be saying this on the air, but they chose this Nico guy, and Nico's family, they were never satisfied. They made that kid a multimillionaire. The kid sucks. He sucks. He sucks. Okay? That guy sucked last year. Let's call this what it is. And it pisses me off. They had the testicular fortitude to go out there and negotiate with teams in our league. And we sat there and took it. You know why? Because that's what we do now. We've let these guys have way too much power. All this stuff we do in the stadium, all this stupid music we're playing, everything. We have let it go on. And when are you going to push back? I was reading a New York Mets. I was looking at Mets Reddit the other day. I want to see those fans bitch and moan. I think it's funny. A guy wrote, "Why when I go to a Major League Baseball game can't I have a conversation with my friend?" And everybody jumped in there and said, "I hate it." They think Danny White thinks that's what you want. That you want music pumped at you 24/7. It's asinine. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. You can't go to a sporting event now and not have a conversation with the person next to you. What have we done as a society? What are we doing? What is that? You can't even converse and have everything is geared to your short attention span. And it's shorter now. There was a parody that Bino's nephew sent today in a group chat I'm in with him and Soccer Dave, or maybe Soccer Dave sent it, where somebody was parodying the fact that now you have jerseys and this guy has iron-on decals and iron-on numbers with this impermanent jersey. I mean, what are we doing, people? What are we doing? As a whole sports society, what are we doing? Well, the athletes, they want that music. I don't give a damn. It's annoying. It's giving me a headache. Can't go to a sporting event. My son was umpiring. He says, "Dad, they're blasting that music out of these dugouts now to these kids." Hey, Bino, can you imagine if you'd have brought your boom box in and you'd have said, "Hey, I want my own walk-up music," back in the day? during a baseball game, what they would have said to you?
I mean, I'd have never made it out of the house, Tony, let alone got the ball.
What would your walk-up music have been? What funk jam would you have in there playing?
Mr. Pitiful by Otis Redding.
Mine would have been, I'm a superstar, and I'm going to go far. But what? You think about that. Baseball game used to be able to hang out, just talk, and enjoy the day, enjoy the deal. And these Mets fans are like, what are we doing? And we don't push back as a sports society on these people, so they think that's what they want. You go to a UT football game and you get your senses assaulted. You don't even know what's happening. Basketball, you're getting assaulted. Assaulted. Your senses are. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. It's the truth. It's the truth. That's old man talk. No, it's not. No, actually, it's not.
You have your own DJs at these games, Tone.
It's ridiculous. If I wanted a DJ, I'd go to a damn
DJs
club.
to games.
I would go to a club, Bri, if I wanted a DJ. I'm going to a sporting event. Oh, well. Let's go back to our phones. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air.
Amen. I just say amen.
What you say, Donnie?
Hey, Philly, welcome in.
How you a Yankee Bean Star doing?
What you say,
Philadelphia?
Well, y'all talk about a lot of stuff today. My take on the playoffs is I hope we go as many games as possible and get in the playoffs, because that's the only way we're going to get in. If it stays the same way it is, we'll be lucky to go twice in 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, Phil, they went last year with a 12-team playoff. We'll see how frequently they can go at 12 teams if it stays 12. That'll be interesting over the next several years to see if we can repeat and go back within a 5-year period.
Now, y'all talking about Nico. He's gone, thank God. Y'all were right. He wasn't worth all that money we gave him. And, all honesty, guys, is Joey football going to be the answer to get us to the playoff?
Phil, I don't think this team's going to the playoffs. If they do, that will be some kind of story. If he leads this team to the playoffs, I think Joey Aguilar is a stopgap until you can get to next year with two highly rated young quarterbacks.
Is this kid from California?
Yes.
Who's he going to be more close that played at Tennessee before, Casey Clausen or Steve Alatorre, Bino?
I'm going to go with Alatorre than Casey Clausen.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Yes.
Hey, look, guys, we got to get average play out of this guy. If we get average play out of him, we can have a nice season. If we don't, and he slides and they have to do something else, you could end up seeing the true freshman that they really don't want to play before this thing is over. That's the interesting sidebar here, because the Merklinger guy has had I'm just going to say what it is. He's had a dreadful camp. And talking to people, they have zero confidence in him if they have to turn to him based on the camp he's had.
So in other words, we're going to have a pedestrian quarterback who doesn't throw interceptions. That's what we're going to have to hope for this year.
Sure. They're going to have two.
Didn't they give Merklinger a lot of money to stay around?
Well, yeah, you had to, Bri. You had to. Otherwise, George McIntyre would be your quarterback, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to play him till he's bigger.
Do you think next year?
Phil, I do think there's a chance that Aguilar is a better down the field thrower than Nico was, and if that's the case, he could actually be better for this offense.
No doubt, Bino.
And he can run a little bit too, can he? I mean,
yeah, he's not a stiff.
Much, but
wow,
be nice to run some.
No.
Tony, did you know that Clarence Massamba's on campus now?
Is that incredible or what, Phil? I saw the video the other day. Yeah.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who's that?
Keon Johnson. Now, I don't know if he's going to be as good as Keon Johnson, but he's a great athlete.
That's a nice comp, Phil. That's a nice comp right there.
And this Israeli shooting guard, he's going to be late getting in there because he's on the Israeli national team, right?
It's pretty amazing, isn't it? In the Euro baskets, that kid went and had a pretty good camp for himself. And I didn't see did he make the final roster, Phil, or is he still in the camp?
Yeah,
Which one?
He sure did.
Wow. Good for him, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty big thing. I mean,
that's big time. Yeah.
I hope he's good.
Well,
we need a shooting guard, don't we?
Yeah, he's going to help. I give them a lot of credit because they knew their roster was short and they went out and addressed it. So I give them a ton of credit for that.
What has changed in the basketball program, Tony? They're recruiting better and getting better for the people they did earlier, but they've had almost complete staff change in the last 6 years over there. So I guess it's part of it, I guess.
Well, they just have Phil, what they've done is they've got excellent and smart recruiters, excellent and smart people that they've turned this thing over to, and Barnes is letting his people do their thing. He's got great help around him right now.
You think Heupel's going to get us raised up to $10 million? I saw your blog this morning. You're kind of hinting he's going to get a raise. Is that right? Is that true?
I mean, Danny White was kind of addressing that. I guess. I don't know. I don't think about that, but I guess.
What does he make now?
He's $9 million, isn't he?
$9 million, not a bad line of work, is it?
Yeah, I would guess, Phil, that this next extension he'll go to 10. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see us win something first. But I guess it's the way the arms race is now. All these coaches getting money, and then they turn around and get fired and get a buyout. It's amazing to me.
It's a very silly thing we've done. Again, I'm back to that. How did we get here, and what are we doing here? But hey, people will constantly bitch and moan when their tickets go up, but they will renew them. So as long as you keep renewing them, this is what you're going to get. $10 million football coaches. And he's a nice coach. Is he a $10 million football coach? Come on, guys.
Well, I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's a great coach.
Yeah, he's a nice coach.
It's a lot better what we've had since Fulmer left.
Yeah, he does a nice job. Yep.
All right, guys. Hang in there.
Thank you, Philly. Yeah, good talking to you.
Philly.
Let's get a brief timeout. 865-200-5402. We'll do some TLD logistics overtime today. It's I'm really, really pumped about the upcoming season. And that thing when I went off on the SEC and this era we're in, I realized that was a parody. The jersey thing was an SEC shorts thing the guy does. But the point is, just like a lot of comedy, most really good comedy is rooted in a kernel of truth. And that's a damn truth right there. You need to get, when you buy a jersey now, you need like Velcro on the back of it. So you can, or at least the nameplate, so you can change the nameplate. We'll take a brief timeout. On the other side, unbelievable, Andy, as we continue with more after this.
Get Severe on the TLD Logistics Hotline. Online at tldlogistics.com.
Whether it's baseball, football, softball, church groups, or schools, if you're raising money, do it with locally roasted Grade A Grounds coffee. I'm Billy Miller, a Vol alum and Knoxville native. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% back to our East Tennessee community. Get started today by visiting our website at gradeagrounds.com.
Although summer is almost over, the last thing you want during sweltering heat is a broken air conditioner or HVAC system. That means it's more important than ever to keep you and your family comfortable and safe during extreme East Tennessee weather. Don't ignore the warning signs that your AC is struggling or nearing the end of its lifespan. And if you need emergency HVAC repairs, routine preventative maintenance, or want to invest in a new system, then call the trusted HVAC experts at Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. This month, get up to a $1,000 discount when you buy and install a new air conditioner or HVAC system. We make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer flexible payment plans including 0% financing with credit approval. Be sure to ask about our 10-plus year warranties that are 2 times longer than industry standards so you don't spend a cent on unexpected costs in the future. So call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Life never stops moving, and between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to Grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, a tire designed for doers, a tire that's going to last, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire. Basilio here for Budget Transmissions. TGMD, the great Matt Dixon, took his Ford Escape to budget, and like our gold bullet back in the day, it was a total mess. And now, Matt's back in the game. He's got a new transmission, axle, wheel bearing, both radiator hoses, engine mounts, coolant hoses. I mean, his Ford Escape was about to escape to the junkyard, but he didn't begrudge it. He took it to budget, and now he's on his way back to Omaha. Budget Transmissions, over 30 years in business, conveniently located in Bearden. All extended service contracts are honored. A gold certified Repair Pal member. 865-584-4391. 865-584-4391. Budget Transmissions. Don't begrudge it. Take it to budget.
Hey there, Basilio family. Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. The countdown to fall football is on. Is your fall plan missing the perfect home to watch the Vols make another playoff run? If a new view is on your game day checklist, I'm ready to help you find it. Don't wait until kickoff. Give me a call today at 865-694-5904 or visit my website at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Basilio here reminding you that when you want to sell your extra tickets to the game, you don't want to give your life away online with all your personal information just because you want to sell a few extra tickets. Clark Moore at Select Ticket Service will gladly buy your extra game tickets and your extra parking passes. And the best part? Clarky Boy pays cash. 865-919-1016. 865-919-1016. Clarky Boy pays cash at Select Ticket Service. Clarky Boy pays cash. Tony B here with the great Zakai Ziegler. For Advent
whoa. Tony, I got this. Hey, Tennessee, it's Easy here. Next time you have an electric issue at your home or business, call my friends at Advent Electric. With offices in Knoxville and Nashville, it's Mama's Easy approved.
You heard it from the most electrifying player in the league. Call the service professionals at Advent Electric, 865-588-0631. Online, adventelectric.com. Tell them ZZ sent you.
It's always magnificent. Mondays on the Basilio Show, presented by our friends at Fleet Tire. I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. And now, back to B.
TB back with you. It's unbelievable, Andy. It's been an incredibly quick show today. To the radio listener, I love you. I appreciate you. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to continue to stay on here and do some TLD logistics, overdrive, overtime. We have a lot to discuss. Check out tclub.team today. Again, tclub.team, your blog of record on the show of record. We love you. We appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Peace.
WJBE 1040 AM 99.7 FM. Translator W259AB. Powell, Knoxville.
It's TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime, presented by TLD Logistics. Online at tldlogistics.com. And now let's go to the guys with today's edition of TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime.
It's utterly incredible, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. As it's TLD Logistics Overdrive Overtime. Bino, your thoughts on today's show?
I think we've aired a lot of grievances today, Tony, and they were legitimate. The great thing about the game of college football is, in 2 weeks, none of that will be an issue. We'll just be watching college football, and the only thing that'll truly matter is, how does Tennessee perform from that point on? Then it's all going to be about the game itself, and that's you really just can't. I don't think they can kill it. Maybe they can, but they've tried.
No,
but I'm not sure they can kill it once you get on the field.
It's such a great game. No way. Can't kill it. It's kind of like baseball.
Yeah.
It's kind of like baseball. But, they've tried so hard to murder baseball. Baseball's such a great game. College football is such an incredible sport. College basketball, that tournament, they're wanting to go to like 76 teams. The crazy thing is, the Big Ten's blocking the wanting to go to the 76 teams that Greg Sankey's wanting to do. But then the Big Ten wants to turn around and go to 24 teams in football. And none of it makes any sense to me.
They block each other in both.
Yeah. Let's block and block, Block and block. Let's go back to the phones at 865-200-5402. Hello and welcome in to our next call. You're on the air.
Hey, what's up, guys? Shocks, your boy.
Hey.
Tony, what do you think about your Phillies this week against the Nats? They took 2 out of 4.
It's brutal. Nationals have some good young talent, man. Some good young talent.
Same story every year for your Phillies. Average bullpen.
No, actually, bullpen strength of the team. Their problem is they consistently
can't hit. They go.
Yeah, they inconsistently don't hit. Yeah, the bullpen's a real strength. Strami River came in yesterday and got a big out and pitched another inning. So he pitched 4 outs. They the problem with the Phillies now is the blood clot with Wheeler, and that's he's got a blood clot in his shoulder, and I just don't know if he comes back from it. Apparently, it's
they said he's going to be on the 15-day IL.
Yeah, but that's just the initial move that they did. I don't know that we see him the rest of the year. I'm not a doctor, but that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Did you see where the Nationals complained when Strom came in the other night about his glove?
Yeah, his daughter designed it.
Oh, that's so
his daughter.
stupid, man.
Well, it had white on it. Bino, I don't know if you saw this, but Strommy's glove had a white back to it. The Nationals complained, and then Doug Eddings, who was the home plate umpire, went out there and had to do the dirty work, and Eddings was like, look, man, you got to change your glove. And he has another one that was kind of similar to it, and so he wore that one, which was approved by Major League Baseball. Apparently, you have to get these things pre-approved. They don't want anything with a white back on it coming out of the glove. Bino, do you understand that?
Yes, Tony. I mean, that's been a thing for a long time. I don't know how much effect it actually has, but I understand the ruling.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
Tony, my Braves are hot right now. 5-game win streak. Just swept the Guardian.
Break them up, baby. Break up the Braves.
Yeah, now
Yanks needed that. We appreciate that.
Yeah, Yes, sir, Bino. Now we got the White Sox starting tonight, and some people said if we can sweep the White Sox, never know. Look what happened a few years ago when we got hot and won the World Series.
The nature of that sport is you never know. That's exactly right. I remember that one year the Colorado Rockies came from way back. But the Braves, with what they have pitching right now, I do know.
Right.
But anyway.
But Tony, my thoughts on Aguilar being the starting quarterback, we all knew this was coming. But why do you think they announced it last night instead of today? And Brooks Austin said about Aguilar, we had a major upgrade at the quarterback position over Nico.
Said what now?
Brooks Austin said we made a major upgrade to the quarterback position with Aguilar over Nico.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I haven't seen Aguilar play. I have no idea. I won't know till we see him on a field. I hope it works out. I think it'd be great. I don't know. How can you say that? The guy's been here 93 days.
Yeah.
I mean, how could anybody say that?
Say that. Right.
I guess you want clicks. You want clicks and hits, maybe. I don't know.
I guess you do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess because he was watching the film from the Ohio State game, and I don't know how you could tell how he's going to do over that. You know.
I mean, look, I'm no big Nico fan, but if that kid can play to the level that Nico played to last year, Tennessee can have a nice football team this year. I want him to be just an average. If he can just be an average player.
Yeah.
So, and who knows? I'm all for the Joey football narrative. I hope he blows up and hits some deep balls because that would be. They were there last year.
They were.
Surely they're going to be here this year.
Hey Tony, like I told you a few days ago, I'm back and forth between 8-4 and 9-3.
Mm-hmm.
I think eventually, when I come down to it next week, I'm gonna take the Oklahoma loss away, and we're gonna be 9-3. That's my prediction.
Why not? You know?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Right? This is the time of the year to feel that way. The thing about Oklahoma is what I hear out of their camp is it's been a total mess. Their wide receivers aren't healthy. Their offensive line they're still highly concerned about. They're introducing a new quarterback with a new offensive coordinator, and college football has never been more nebulous than it is right now. It just has never been more of a just a glob of teams.
Hey, Brother Bino, what was that stat you were telling me on the phone last night about 7 new starting quarterbacks this season? Was that the stat?
Yeah, I believe, Josh, out of the, let's see, I've got it right here in front of me. Out of the top 10 teams in the coaches poll, preseason coaches poll, Texas got a new quarterback. Ohio State's got a new quarterback. Georgia's got a new quarterback. Notre Dame's got a new quarterback. Oregon's got a new quarterback. Alabama's got a new quarterback, and Miami's got a new quarterback. Some of them have played before, but that's 7 out of your top 10 are going to be starting someone they didn't start last year.
Yeah. Tony, one last thing out the door. I don't know if I've told you before, but we've entered, since the transfer portal has been a thing, the free agency of the NFL and college football.
No doubt about it, Josh, except without contracts. You got a really good point there, except without contracts. I mean, I thought free agency, Bino, was really silly till I saw what college sports has done. I thought free agency made sports hard to follow, you know?
Yeah. That was until you saw unrestricted free agents.
Yes. But I love how the coaches bitch about it when they're the ones that started all this. And again, if Danny White and that figure of $250 million Tennessee's generating, if they really shared the money with the players, because giving them a fraction of $18 million is not sharing the money with them. That's the kind of money you're making. It's just not. Like, those players could easily go on strike at all these schools and have these guys by the shorties. Tell you what, if the players conducted themselves the way the ADs conduct themselves towards the fans, that's exactly what they would do. Am I wrong, Beanstar? That's exactly what they would do.
Yeah, I hope I don't live to see that.
No. I don't think any of us want to see that. But the thing that's great about this is that we have a game this weekend in Ireland, of all places. We're all going to be watching it. It's going to draw a huge number. There's a few other week 0 games. It is going to be a lot of fun. It's a special thing. It remains a special thing. It's ingrained in us. It's a part of the tradition. We're going to celebrate the season together. Really excited about it. My friends at VIP Play want to remind you, you can claim your VIP Play welcome bonus. First bet, $5 or more. $100 in bonus bets instantly. The promo code you'll use is TNTony when you do that. And thank you for supporting the program. And thank you for supporting all of our wonderful sponsors. VIP, they've got lines up on all 12 Tennessee games. Some incredible things coming with the college football season. Some incredible opportunities for engagement with you as well. And they're live always. 200-plus leagues. Numerous bet types, props, options. The VIP Play team would even create a bet for you if you can't find it anywhere else, and it's compliant in the state of Tennessee, because everybody gets treated like a VIP with VIP Play. And if you have a gambling problem, 800-889-9789, 21 and over, located in the state of Tennessee to place a bet. We go back to our phones. By the way, a great UFC card over the weekend. Duplessis got bear-hugged and smothered on the ground. He was smothered and covered. What's the dish, Bino, that's smothered and covered? What's the...
That'd be Waffle House hash browns.
There you go. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air.
Hey, Basilio, Bobby. Scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked.
There you go, brother. That's what happened over the weekend to Duplessis.
It was. That was sad. I like him. I think he's a nice fighter. But
guy just kind of, as you said, bear hugged him into the ground. I mean, I've never seen a guy be pinned down that long in a match.
Shemaev just took him and just every 20 seconds just got him on the ground and just laid on top of him with the crucifix. Just laid right on top of him.
Yep. Well, greetings and salutations from about 30 minutes south of Cincinnati. Cincinnati is one of the great American towns nobody talks about. The only crap part about is getting there from Tennessee. You have to go through the doldrums of Lexington and those, hill jacks.
My daughter was up there this past weekend. My daughter went up there and saw the Cincinnati Open in tennis. Said it was a great time.
Oh, yeah.
Great time.
And Great American Ballpark is a wonderful place to see a game. I'm assuming you've gone and seen your Phillies there, Tony, right?
I've been there millions of times. Yeah, I'd say, you know what I like about it is I love the Hall of Fame there where they celebrate the entire sport of baseball. You don't have to be a Reds fan to go to their I would recommend that to anybody, to go to their Hall of Fame they have affixed to the stadium. It's a great, great thing.
Yeah, it's excellent, Tony. I went through it in June when I went up to watch the Yankees play a couple of games.
Cool.
And Bino, you don't need to be a Yankee fan to enjoy that, do you, man? It's well done.
Tony, thinking about this Aguilar thing, it sounds like a lot of people are a little upset with it. Because I feel like a lot of our fans wanted Merklinger to win the job. He's been really bad, as you've said. I trust your sources there that he's been really bad. But I think, if you want to stagger your kind of your all-star or your blue-chip quarterbacks every 2 years, this is the perfect thing. Because that means George can put on about 50 or 60 pounds, which is what he needs to do by next year. And then Faison Brandon comes in, and hopefully he's starting by the time he's, if you will, a red shirt sophomore or a junior. But that's a perfect stagger. That's exactly what we want. That's assuming that Aguilar can be even good. And you're exactly right. If he's even good, I think Tennessee wins 9 games.
Yeah, you just need average play out of him. You just need him not to get in the way. That's what you need from the quarterback position this year. And I don't think, look, when you've less than 100 days and you're on campus, I mean, how truly, when you're playing SEC football, unless the guy performs miracles, it would be the greatest story in the world if the guy went out there and just ripped it up. But really, expectation management-wise, it would be really great if he was just an average SEC quarterback. It would be a wonderful production from Tennessee if that happened.
Well, another thing I would add to that, and by the way, I agree, would be that if he's an average SEC quarterback in 93 days, as you said, that's a hell of a coaching job, in my opinion. If he could just be average and learn the system. And I think adapting the system with a little bit of that pistol we've added and some of the motion and jet sweeps and stuff we're going to add, which is the rumors I hear. If that's true, he maybe has a leg up because our other quarterbacks haven't done that in this offense. And that as well at the same time, and the jargon and all that, what they would call it. Lastly, I'd like to leave you with this and just pose this question, guys. Seems as the Keys kid, the wide receiver's trending Tennessee's way, and the Hyder kid, it sounds like a real coin toss, like 50-50-ish with Michigan. As a Tennessee fan, do you want an elite wide receiver, Tony, or do you want an elite running back in Josh Heupel's offense? Because we've never seen it. And I don't know which I would want. But, man, an elite running back would look pretty cool. I'll leave you with that. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, the kid's probably going to choose Michigan tomorrow is my understanding. But, I mean, who knows? That kid has been – you talk about somebody who has been un-2025 as you can be. He doesn't talk to the press. He keeps a very low profile. He's a hell of a player. You look at his film, he's a hell of a player. It's down to Tennessee and Michigan for him. The belief, based on people I talk to around Tennessee's program, is they're not expecting good news on him. The wide receiver who is committed to LSU but looking around, Tennessee feels like they have a shot at getting him. Who knows how any of this stuff shakes out. So.
With the theme of the show being unrestrained greed, Tony, I'll take both.
There you go. It is interesting, Bino, that I would feel more confident if that kid was a defensive player that we were landing him. It's an interesting thing that we're landing higher profile players on defense than offense. As kind of a rule. It's weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, right?
Yeah. That's something I would have never dreamed with Heupel staff. I thought we would have no problem attracting top flight offensive players and all kinds of issues, getting top flight defensive players to come in and try to play complementary to the style of football we played when he first got here.
Yeah, it's interesting. I love the concept of a home run hitting running back in that offense. I would love to see what that looked like. I think that would be a lot of fun because they're making do with nice backs. They're more than making do. The offense is excellent with nice backs. Imagine, Bino, if you took a Chuck Webb type, put him in an offense like that, and gave him the ball where he's just dealing with linebackers constantly, like he's constantly through to the second level.
Oh, yeah, automatically in second level.
What that would look like. That'd be amazing. Truly amazing. Any final thoughts, boys? It's been incredible today.
Tony, it's been fun. Again, hoping that your back pain and issues ease and improve, and hope you guys have a great week.
Beanstar, love you. Matt Dixon joins tomorrow along with John Adams.
Listen anyway.
Yeah, but listen anyway. Count.
I've always wanted to do that.
Count the number of times Adams plays LSU tomorrow. And old soul Matt. Old soul Matt. Love you. Thanks, boys. Thank you to Laura for running the board today. We love you. We appreciate you. G to the B to the O. Thank you to my friends at TLD Logistics Online, tldlogistics.com. We love you. We thank you. GBO, take the vote. Peace. You found TonyBasilio.com, home of the Tony Basilio Show. In just a few minutes, we'll be right with you with another award-winning, action-packed edition of your Tony Basilio Show.